Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and today I'm going to make a turkey recipe, but it's not out of turkey, it's going to be out of chicken. This is a very simple Thanksgiving dish recipe, completely traditional, using a chicken instead of a turkey, because a lot of times, simple is great. This dish has the full Thanksgiving flavor for your family, yet we didn't have to deal with a turkey. And not only are we making the chicken turkey, we're also making the dressing, a classical dressing recipe that is unique to me. It is truly my family's recipe for decades and decades to give you the most traditional Thanksgiving dressing on the planet, according to me. So I really hope you like it. And of course, with all the drippings, we're just gonna have to make a gravy, a luscious, creamy gravy made the traditional way. The ingredients for the turkey flavored chicken is chicken. Now I went to the store and chicken at my store was $1.99 a pound. So I bought it in bulk. This recipe can feed an army very inexpensively for Thanksgiving. Here's all the ingredients to feed your army. A whole lot of chicken, and the sage, and the butter, and the salt, and the olive oil, and a whole lot of carrots, onions, and celery, a loaf of stale bread, butter, and chicken granules. This recipe, though, is 1/4 of that for a family dinner of about 4 or 5 or 6. Just double, triple, or quadruple it for whatever size your army is that's coming over for Thanksgiving. Well, I have 4 large pieces of chicken. I chose the legs with the thighs attached, but if you prefer chicken breast, have it your way. For the turkey flavored chicken, I'm adding butter, sage, and salt, and that's gonna be a rub, and olive oil to lubricate the pan so it doesn't all stick. And the secret ingredient to make it taste like Thanksgiving is fresh sage. You gotta find this at the grocery store. This is only $2 for all this sage, and it's gonna make a huge difference in your dish. You can use dry, that's okay, but the fresh sage is amazing. The whole house will smell like Thanksgiving. The ingredients for the stuffing is a carrot, 2 stalks of celery, a half or quarter onion. This was a huge onion, so I only need 1/4 of it. Some more sage, and some bread. This is leftover from my bread maker. It's only 40 cents a loaf. You can see that recipe on my YouTube channel. It's amazing. You can use any old bread you have in your pantry and just cut it into little cubes. Reuse your bread for this recipe. It's the best because the dried up bread is gonna soak up all the lovely flavors for a really moist, delicious stuffing because of the butter and chicken stock granules. Chicken stock granules are so inexpensive, and with all these flavors going on, you don't need to buy expensive chicken broth. I'm just saying. It's a lot cheaper, easier, and you can always have these in your cupboard. This recipe is gonna go fast, so the first step is you gotta preheat your oven. To 300, she goes. And you wanna soften your butter because my cube is too cold from the refrigerator. So I'm softening it. We need to cut up our sage little tiny pieces, and so I'm picking off some of the leaves. That's about a dozen leaves. I'm gonna put them all in a little pile and give them a chop, a really fine chop. Little tiny pieces, and it's gonna release all that beautiful flavor. And the finer you do it, the better. Butter softened. Ooh, that looks good. And to that, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of salt and adding the chopped up sage. So it's a real Thanksgiving party happening in a bowl here. And I'm gonna mash that up all together. This is gonna be the rub on my chicken. I would also put this on a turkey, but today it's turkey flavored chicken. And now, generously, they're gonna get coated and massaged with this mixture. In my family, Thanksgiving has always been the most important holiday because all my kids like to cook. But we want to do everything very quickly and get to the finish line fast because they have a lot of other things on their mind too, like playing video games. Well, I need them in the kitchen to help me do all this stuff, so I pull them in and everybody has their duties. But this year, I got a lot of guff about dealing with the big fat turkey. So it became this recipe and everybody was happy. All this extra butter and sage actually gets worked into drippings into the gravy, which is just fine for more of that Thanksgiving flavor. You can put it on your potatoes too. Oh yes, this chicken is getting a really good massage today. A turkey butterball massage, haha. And it will stick to your fingers, giving myself a moisturizing treatment in the process. Okay, next step. Roydx sponsored this video. They make great stainless steel, high quality pots and pans. So put them on high. I'm taking this lid off and I'm adding 1 tablespoon of oil in this pot and another tablespoon of oil in this pan. I give it a swish and I'm gonna put the chicken Skin side down. Oh yeah. Nice and hot. And last but not least, this chicken goes in the auxiliary pot. Oh, that is looking good. Because this was wet, it sure didn't get much of that butter. So I'm going to add some more butter to it from my bowl. It didn't stick very well. I could have patted it dry. That would have been better. Sometimes we improvise in the kitchen. I'm noticing the butter is burning, so down goes to heat to a little bit above medium. My other chicken is feeling left out, and I've got room in this pot for him. He's joining the flock. He's much happier with his friends. I've chopped my carrot, and it's time to add some butter. That's half a cube of butter. Here's the celery. And in go the onions. And give them a stir. I'm okay with that butter and a little bit of that chicken flavor in there for this stuffing. It's only going to add to the flavor. Now that's going to cook down. And while that's cooking, I'm going to chop the bread. Now I take the crust off of the stuffing. I don't know, it's just kind of too dense for me. I like my stuffing really light and moist. So cut the crust off your loaf of bread if you're using a loaf of sandwich bread, which is fine. Stale bread is just stale bread, and for a box of stale bread that's cut for you, it's $5. This is a 20-cent bread ingredient for my stuffing. And it's only going to take me about 20 seconds to cut up the little cubes. Crisscross applesauce, and you have your little cubes of bread for your stuffing. Yay. Time for a stir and to check the chicken. Oh yeah, ready to turn. What a pretty color. Who's next? All right, we can see that sage on there. Okay, Chicky, let's keep it going. And new friend of the party, looks pretty good to me. Now that's going to cook for about another 10 minutes on this side. So while the chicken and vegetables are cooking, we're going to make our chicken broth. I'm taking a full tablespoon of the granules and putting into 1 cup of water. And time for the micro for 1 minute. Oh, my vegetables are doing so well. They're getting really soft. Let me check. Oh yeah, fork tender. That's what we want. And our homemade broth is done. So stir it up and pour it in. And time to turn off the heat. At this time, we're putting in a tablespoon of sage into our brothy stuffing dressing mixture. That is going to release that beautiful flavor of that herb into the broth and into our vegetables. And we're going to add the rest of our cube of butter. So all in all, that's a half cup of butter that is in our dressing. That's what makes it so good. So let me check the bottom for doneness. Oh yeah, it's going to need some pretty color on it. Now I want to put this whole thing in the oven. So I'm just putting this in my oven at 300 degrees to hold it. I am taking off the handle. A great feature of the Roydx. Watch this. I squeeze the sides and I press the handle like that. It comes right off. And that's going to be there until I want to serve dinner, which is great. Because for a great Thanksgiving dinner or any dinner you serve, you want to have the food hot. And because of Roydx design with this great handle, that can just go back in the oven with no problem about the handle getting burned off. Other pots and pans, you just can't put the handle in there. Or if you do, it could be a steel handle and be super hot and burn you. This is a clever design. When you order your Roydx pots and pan sets, they send them right to your door. I opened up my box and I had ordered 2 sets because I love them so much. I put 1 set on my counter and I opened the box. Now this is a 16-piece stainless steel pots and pan set. Here I am taking everything out of that box that was packaged in the box so you could see how it comes packaged so it won't get damaged during shipping. This set includes 1 10-inch steamer. Here's a couple angles of that steamer. And here's the underside of the steamer. And this is the pot for the 10-inch steamer to go on top of. Here it is by the side. And inside it even has a measuring indicator to show you how much liquid you have in your pot, just by looking at the side of your pot. That's a handy feature. The cookware is 100% stainless steel. The Roydx company makes high-quality stainless steel pots and pans. This Roydx stainless steel cookware can be used for electrical stovetops, induction cooking, gas cooking, ceramic cooking, and halogen cooking. Here's her small saucepan. It's 1.5 quarts, and it has the indicators inside of the quantities for liquid measurement. On the left, it's a 1 liter, and on the right, the quart is a little bit less. You can see how it's written right in there, even with the half quart marks. What a great feature. It comes with 2 saucepans. The one on the left is the 1.5 quart, and the one on the right is a 2 quart saucepan. Now here is their 10-inch fry pan. The angles are great for frying food. They're a wonderful slant. And here are the glass lids. You get 3 silicone glass lids. Now these go on top of your saucepans and of your 10-inch steamer set. They're silicone on the top and on the sides. And by having the handle on the top in silicone, it doesn't get hot. It's not going to burn you. I've also shown you the underside so you can see the groove where it's going to fit really well in your pan, and it's secured by a stainless steel nut. With this 16-piece cookware set, you also get 3 silicone storage lids for the 1.5, the 2, and the 3-quart pots. This is for storage. They snap on really easily. Now here is the magic of the Roydx invention. These are the removable handles, and they fit with each of the saucepans and the fry pan. Here's a close-up of the mechanism that secures to it, and here it is on the pan. That's on the fry pan. Here it is on the 10-inch saucepan with the lid on it. Look at the fit. The lids have a groove, so the handle fits right up against the pot. Brilliant. Here it is on the steamer, and here is a close-up showing it fit very well on the side of a saucepan. Also with your kit, you get 3 pot protectors. I put one on a mat, but that goes straight onto counters and places that you don't want to get burned by your hot pan, and they work fabulously. The pots just go right on top, so it won't burn any surface, wood or tile or granite. It's an insulator against your counter. And a good way to store it is to have your pots and pans put right in it. It will cradle them and make them not scratch each other. Not that stainless steel is not durable, because it is, but it's a great way to nest everything all together. And everything is dishwasher safe for easy cleanup. Even the lids. I like an easy cleanup. And if you want to wash by hand, that's easy too. I'm using a simple dish soap, and I use just a regular sponge to clean it out. It cleans very easily. I had a lot of stuff stuck on from my recipe as I'm showing this demonstration. Nice and clean. And I'm using the handle, front and back. And now I'm giving the handle a little wipe down too. Pat, pat, dry, and it's clean and ready to use for next time. Clean as a whistle. And now for the stuffing. I'm just gonna swish around that butter, and in goes the bread cubes. And toss them like a salad. Oh, that dry bread is gonna soak up the beautiful butter and that broth and the flavor of the vegetables and of the sage to make a beautiful, moist stuffing. So keep stirring until it's combined. And when you press it, it will mold, but we don't want to overpress it. We like it fluffy. Give it a little taste test. That is better than anything out of those boxes for $5. It's by scratch. It was just as easy. It's fantastic. Lid on. And in the oven. And squeeze and handle off. Hold 'em, cowboy. And the ingredients for the gravy is the pan drippings you made with the chicken. And to that, I'm going to add flour and then chicken broth made from the granules and some hot water to dissolve them. The turkey chicken and the dressing have been in the oven for 20 minutes at 300. It's time to make the gravy. I'm going to start with transferring the chicken into the stuffing pan. So on go my handles. And out comes the chicken. And onto the stove it goes. And put my other Roydx handle on. Look at how easy this is. And this is going to come out now too. Right onto the stove. That's so easy. Transfer, so I'm taking off the top, and this lid is not too hot to handle because of the silicone they have. So my chicken's going to go right on top of the stuffing. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, that looks so good. Yum. Check out how that sage has cooked right into that chicken skin. That is that mystery ingredient that just tastes like that traditional Thanksgiving taste. That's why this chicken turkey recipe is perfect for Thanksgiving and so much easier than wrangling with a turkey. And just for dramatic effect, I'm adding some more fresh sage leaves because I had them. And I think that's kind of impressive for your guests. Lid back on and back in the oven to keep it warm. And squeeze the sides, turn the lever, and handle off. Take a rest while I make the gravy. And the ingredients for the gravy is the pan drippings you made with the chicken. And to that, I'm gonna add flour and then chicken broth made from the granules and some hot water to dissolve them. So turn those drippings on high. And when your pan drippings start to boil, add 1 tablespoon of flour and whisk it up. You want to break down any lumps in the flour and add 1 more. So there's 2 tablespoons all together. For 2 tablespoons and 3 tablespoons all together. And by whisking this up, I'm making a roux. That flour is going to start to brown and add some beautiful flavors. That's why I have it on high. This goes really fast. Don't leave this. Don't take a phone call. And you see, I'm already having the browning color. So down to low we go. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the granules of chicken stock into my water. And I'm stirring that up. And I'm going to add it slowly to the gravy with my whisk. I'm going to check on the consistency. Depending if you want your gravy really thick or thinner, is how much of the chicken stock you're going to add. I'm adding the whole cup of water. So now I'm going to increase the heat, bring it to a boil, and see what I got for consistency. Because Roydx is stainless steel, it doesn't matter at all if you use another stainless steel instrument in it. This wire whisk is not going to hurt your Roydx cookware. Oh, it's coming to a boil, and that's where you get to see your final consistency. And an easy way to test, take the back of a spoon and see how thick that is. Do you want that thickness on your stuffing and your potatoes? And when it's cooled off, take a taste to be sure. Oh my gosh. That is so good. It could be thinned down. The flavor's great, but I like thick gravy. I'm gonna keep it just like this. Done, chum. Yummy. Time for the transfer. The Roydx pots are so beautiful. You can even serve your turkey gravy made with chicken right on the table in this beautiful pot they have. Because this cooking pot is even a serving pot. I'm so impressed with the design. Let's get our chicken and stuffing out. Click on the handle and out it comes. Wow, doesn't that look great? And believe it or not, the whole house smells like turkey. It's the sage. And now it's time to add that gravy. We've got our chicken, we've got our stuffing, and now for the gravy. Oh yeah. I just don't think you can ever have too much gravy for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna vote for the gravy as my favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner. Luscious. Ooh. It's time for the bite. Oh yeah. I got the chick. Now it's time for that stuffing and gravy. Wow, doesn't that look great? A little more, because I'm really hungry. And it is Thanksgiving. And the sage leaf, because that's the secret to make it taste like turkey. This is gonna be my first bite. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. But of course, it needs a gravy dip and some stuffing to make it the complete bite. With the celery. Yum. Wow, that is awesome. Thanksgiving turkey chicken. The trick is having that keep warm in the oven at 300 because it'll hold it and it'll cook it very slowly and keep all the moisture in. So it's really tender. See what I'm saying? It's perfect in the middle. And that's because of that slow 300-degree temperature trick. I use that trick all the time. I'm taking this to a dinner party tonight. And all I have to do is snap on the matching silicone storage lid. And I'm ready to go out the door with this dish. Oh, and I must bring the gravy too. Everybody's gonna eat all of that. Click the link below to get your Roydx cooking set. It's really amazing. It's so high quality. And they have all kinds of other high quality products as well. I'm really impressed with them. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is to fake out the people that think they're going to get turkey, because really, chicken's just easier. I'm going to be a little mousy and take a little break and have my turkey lunch. See you next time and happy holidays. Yum. If you like this video, here are some more of my recipes, including my Thanksgiving playlist right over there.